an elite. He's the next to get promoted.
Only the elites out of the elites like me deserve to enjoy high-end sushi. I'm taking back your offer letter.
Trouble Busters!
Welcome! Chef, check please. What? You just got here! My name is Tom. I'm a terrific young man who loves enjoying sushi. Welcome! Two!
Oh, is that you, Tom? What are you doing here?
I'm eating sushi since I'm at a sushi restaurant.
Really? Can you afford this meal? I'm not lending you any money.
I'm not going to...
Let me introduce you to Harry. He recently got a job offer by Full Max Company. He's an elite. He's the next to get promoted.
I see. That's good for him. Who is he?
Oh, he's my ex. We went to the same high school, but his family couldn't afford to let him continue school, so that's why we broke up.
I see. Only the elites out of the elites like me deserve to enjoy high-end sushi.
You probably made some money gambling or something.
You should spend more wisely. Did you say your name was Harry? What is it? I'm not lending you any money. I'd like to enjoy my sushi, so please stop talking to me. What? You probably consider me like a little pebble. Ignore me then. You don't have to stumble over me by making such a big deal out of me. I want to kick your butt because you're a pebble. I worked so hard to eat at this restaurant. You're here just because you made a little money with gambling. And you wouldn't know how I feel because you have no ability to plan ahead. No matter how many times I nicely asked him to stop, Harry continued to harass me while I was enjoying sushi. This is ruining my meal. His presence is displeasing. I'm not letting them get away with this. Trouble Busters! I'm taking back your offer letter. What? Oh, I'm sorry if I made you misunderstand. Precisely, your offer letter is going to be taken back. Why would my offer letter be taken back? I'm an elite out of the elites.
You're mixing up your situation with his. Look at how you're dressed. You probably don't even have a job.
That's so sad. If you want, I can refer you to the company I'm about to work with.
What a joke.
Don't ever show your face to me ever again. That's going to be quite challenging.
What the heck?
He's just trying to avoid the reality by bluffing.
How pathetic. I'm so glad I broke up with him.
If I ever see him again, I'll play around making him my toy. What? Is that true? Yes! I'm sure others have seen it too. I see. Thank you for telling me about this. Good morning. I guess this competition is already started. I don't dislike this, though. My name is Harry, and it's my first day here. Pleasure meeting you. I don't think there's a point in shaking hands with you. Huh? You went to Sushi last night, right? Yes, I did. I heard you were harassing a gentleman with silver hair. Oh, is that so? Those bastards must have told him. How annoying. Harassing? Absolutely not. I just said a few things just to protect the dignity of a high-end sushi restaurant. So it's true. I just did it for the sake of the restaurant and all the other customers who were enjoying sushi. Do you even realize what you have done? Huh? Come with me. Oh, why? What's going on? I hope you enjoyed your sushi last night, Harry. Why the heck is he here? Let me introduce myself to you now. My name is Tom, and I'm the executive director at Full Max Company. Moving forward, actually, I don't even know if you have anywhere to move forward, but pleasure meeting you. That is such a rude reaction after my polite introduction of myself. I guess I already knew how rude you can get, though. You've been rude since last night, right, Harry?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
You never went to college?
That has nothing to do with anything at this company. An educational level is just there for the show. Great people among all would know.
Our company values performance. We promote our team members based on their accomplishments. It's simple. Erica never said anything about this. Let's go back to the subject. You were being extremely rude to the executive director from the company that you just recently got a job offer from, despite the fact that you've only met him last night. That's not true. That was my twin brother.
But you said your name was Harry.
You must have heard him wrong. Let me make it clear that you can't get away by telling us that this was a misunderstanding. Why would you say that? I'm telling the truth. It was my twin brother. I know I can't prove it, but doesn't that go the same to you guys?
That's not possible.
Why would you say that? I need you to explain it to me.
There were multiple employees who work here who were dining at that sushi restaurant last night.
What? Really?
Yup, that place is near this office, right? A lot of our employees actually frequent that restaurant.
So, does that mean?
I didn't plan on telling you who I was, but I knew that incident was going to be known among everyone in this company either way.
A lot of our employees admire Tom for who he is, and that's why we had quite a few of them voice up their concerns.
You decided to make a scene despite never knowing who could be watching you in a public setting near our office. You need to manage your risks a little better.
I'm sorry, I must have been a little drunk.
You can't blame the drinks.
We're only fortunate enough that this happened to someone who's within our company. Imagine if you were being rude to someone who happened to be our client. How are you going to take responsibility? I was able to tell that he wouldn't have been our client, and it turns out that he wasn't, so I guess I was right, right? That's not the point. Either way, it's evident that you have the tendency to judge and look down on people.
I mentioned the offer letter last night because I didn't think that someone like you would ever survive at this company. If we decide not to let you pass your probation, you're better off striving at another company instead of having you stay with us.
You can't say that when that's not even what I want. Max Company is the largest company in the industry. I earned this opportunity for myself, and I'm also entering this company starting off in a managerial position. I can't possibly let go of this opportunity.
I understand where you're coming from, but that makes it another reason why you should have been more self-conscious about what you say in a public setting.
Aren't you taking things too personally?
That's not true. You've crossed the line, and you ruined the sushi that I'd been looking forward to.
Sorry about that. Watch your attitude.
It's okay.
But then,
I knew he'd be acting like this.
Besides, you shouldn't have been dressed that way to begin with.
May I ask what your point is?
You were dressed way too casually to be at a high-end sushi restaurant. It's almost as if you wanted me to make fun of you. What's wrong with you? What the two of you were saying is equivalent to when I'm about to eat a cow that has a barbecue sauce. The cow says, "Arr." Do you know what I mean?
You're not convincing at all.
Besides, it's none of your business how the other customers are dressed at that sushi restaurant. You're just finding reasons to justify the fact that you look down on other people.
I'll let you keep this job for now, but we don't mean to keep you for too long.
You're trying to look for ways to keep your job by finding things to argue about.
but you're lying because you can't help but to admit that lies are the only way to get out of this situation. You know it for yourself. You're trying to watch and see how we react. You're just a rebel who can't even be a villain. You're not going to survive this company. What am I supposed to do to get you to forgive me then? Forgiveness is already out of the picture here. Huh? Huh? What the heck? I thought I was gonna be pressured after being summoned to this office, but is that your limit as a company? That's your limit, right? This guy. I'm an elite out of the elites, and you can't bring me down by throwing those words at me. Sir, as expected, do you realize what you said to me? Performance and accomplishments are what matter. I'm starting off at this company in a managerial position. You already know what I'm capable of. Let me make it clear that no one in this company will beat me to anything. So, you'll work as hard as you can until the probation is over, right? Of course I will! I'm gonna show you what I got! And when that happens, you're gonna regret everything you just said to me! Sir, we should still term some parts were unexpected. However, it's still within my expectations. You'll see it soon. Damn it! I'm an elite! Why haven't I been able to get any contracts? Hey, Harry! What is it? I'm busy right now. You're not the only one who's busy. Mr. Hawthorne is asking you to report how many contracts you were able to get this week. I know. But then, I still have a plan to turn this game around. I'm gonna get a contract with Troubadour Company. As long as I get that contract, they're gonna realize what I'm capable of. I see. You're ordinary. Please leave. Huh? Wait, what? Would you spare your time just a little longer? It's a waste of my time. But this was my last resort. I've heard a lot about you, Harry. Huh? Really? Your arrogance has been spoken of among your company, and no one has been speaking to you. Oh, Mr. Steven, you too? We all live in a small world. Words are quick to spread. Mr. Steven, are you also going to tell me that I shouldn't have said what I said at that sushi restaurant? Not at all. I became interested in seeing what you like after hearing the rumor, and that was why I decided to agree to this meeting. What? In that case, why aren't you signing this contract? Why would I do that? I'm a rare breed that earned the right to start in a managerial position at Full Max Company. I see. Good for you. My contracts have been rejected this entire time, not because of the quality of my documents or the presentation, but it was for a pathetic reason called personableness. Ah, I see. You're the type of person who thinks getting the job done is all that matters. But I'd never sign a contract if you're going to be the point of contact. That, right there! Why would you ever say anything like that? Oh, that's because you tend to value performance and educational levels first and foremost, but your capabilities are mediocre at the very best. What? But I'm an elite! You also don't tend to see what's going on around you at all. How pathetic. The more you talk, the less highly I see you. You're not the only elite in this world. Huh? There are a lot of strong performers working at Full Max Company. I guess you could technically be considered to be one of them, but I'm not just technically one of them. I am the one. I'm the miracle. There are a lot of people who are either as capable as you are or more capable who work at that company. How can you say for sure? You don't even work for that company. It's because you're not the first person from your company who visits this office trying to get a contract with us. Huh? And most of those times we were almost about to sign the contract, but they all came in at a bad time and we never signed a contract with your company. That's why I know what a majority of your colleagues are capable of, and among them, you're mediocre at the very best, as my nicest way of putting it. You're more ordinary than most ordinary people, and you're not worth trusting to conduct business with, especially not with the type of personality you've been presenting. I'd rather sign a contract with anyone else but you, even if it were to be someone who's slightly less capable than yourself. It's a lot more pleasing to speak with someone who actually has common sense and knows how to speak pleasantly. Do you understand? If I were to consider between different people with similar capabilities, what matters at that point would be personality. It's called interpersonal skills. I'd rather choose someone who's pleasant. If you would like to be the chosen person, you have to be a mad genius who's talented in outsmarting anyone else in this world. You're like a junior high student who thought you're the best baseball player in the world. You thought you'd be the next MLB player just because you were better than all your teammates. But everyone felt that way by the time they're about to face more challenges when they get to high school. To summarize, you're mediocre at the very least, who thinks you're superior to all of those around you when you're just ordinary. Some wrestlers can still be popular even after trash talking excessively. And why is that? It's because they're extremely strong. They're unbelievably strong to a point where it makes the others disregard their personality. Big mouths only work with such overwhelming strength, and you don't have that. You may have been the strongest in your town, but you're less than average when it comes to the National League. Considering where you stand, what you've done to Mr. Tom is completely unforgivable. It only becomes a flaw and not a charm. To be honest, I was curious to meet you, so I decided to accept this meeting. But there's nothing out of the ordinary about what you presented to me.
Oh my goodness! Why does this guy keep saying all these things that I can't even argue back about?
I'm sure you understand my point by now, so please kindly leave.
There goes my last resort. This means that I have no choice. I'm terribly sorry for what I've done.
I accept your apology, but whether we're letting you pass your probation or not is a whole different story.
You weren't able to get any contracts in the past 3 months. You've accomplished nothing, and we don't even need to tell you what our decision is. That's not true. I wasn't able to perform at my fullest capacity. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Please give up. It seemed like everybody already hated me by the time I started this job. Everyone knew what happened at the sushi restaurant, and no one seemed to care what I said. Well, I guess there was one person who cared to see me, but he ended up being an argument king. But anyways, with all those bad rumors spreading about me, there's no way I could even fight this game at all. Can we just start this all over again? You can do that, right?
I already almost forgot about what happened at the sushi restaurant.
Does that mean you forgive me?
No, I didn't say I forgave you. I just forgot about it. I'm a pretty simple-minded guy, so I tend to forget bad things whenever I eat good food.
Even if Mr. Tom decided to forgive you for what you've done, you can't undo what you've already done, and rumors can't be disposed.
Especially if most of our potential clients are also aware of the rumor. There's no way to recover from what you've done.
If only you retreated when Mr. Tom gave you a friendly warning, those rumors wouldn't have gone so contagiously. Fortunately enough, rumors were only among this area.
You could have started your life all over again at a different city or state. Oh my goodness! But you chose to stay here for 3 entire months to advertise yourself to our whole industry, so things are already too late at this point. Everyone who saw what happened had eventually spoken to our clients about you, and the clients spoke to other clients, and that client spoke to another client, and that's how rumors grew. There's no going back. So, if only I retreated that day when you called me into this office. You could have kept your damages minimal. No way! Yes? No way! Harry then started to spend a long time in an attempt to explain and justify his own actions through excuses. So I decided to dodge them all. The next day, it was all this lady's fault. She made me say those things to you. You better take the blame for this. This guy has no idea what he does and says. I still gave no forgiveness, and Harry never passed his probation at our company. And
I realized how much I've always loved you, Tom. I knew you worked so hard to earn back my love for you. Of course I agree to get back together with you.
I refuse.
What?
What goes around comes back around. Because of what he'd done to me at the sushi restaurant, he was technically forever banned from our industry. He tried to switch his career to another industry, but he wasn't very successful at getting a job because of his arrogant personality. He's been relying on Erica's income to live. I heard the two of them argue every day because of the situation he's stuck with. As for me, I've been doing super well, as always. Personality is what matters the most. The only people who can be successful without having a likable personality are those who are beyond talented. So beware. Who knows? I might be the next person who ends up being ignorant to what those around me are capable of. So I'm gonna continue being as vigilant as possible. Trouble Busters!